What's up, ladies and gentle giants? Today, I I wanted to talk about a deck that I've been working on, and it's not that good. It's not that great, but I'm a free player at this point. I've gotten one pack. Like some guy didn't have internet, and he gave me his Charizard EX little box pack. And that's the only cards that I actually have like opened legitimately on this game. I've opened a couple packs from buying with coins. Haven't really gotten much out of it. Um, so I'm working with what I have, and literally, I'm going to show you an energy destruction deck. It's really bad. It's way far from perfect, and it is way far from what I want it to be at this point. But at the same point in time, I am working and striving to get there. Um, I will show you here. Where is it? Different LD. In Magic the Gathering, we call it land destruction. In this, I don't know, energy disruption? I don't really know. So, here we go. That's not a good way to look at it. Is there a better way to look at this? Alright, well, whatever. So, the premise here is we just want to knock off as many energies from their Pokemon as fast as possible, as consistently as possible, and just retain that disadvantage or the advantage that we gain from that every single time. So this Meowth right here, I got one of them, and I was asking my buddies, yo, do you got some of this guy? Like, no, no, no. All right, cool. They all say it's bad. They all say it's bad. Right now, I don't have anything. I have one Charizard EX. Nobody wants to trade for it for things that I could use, or let alone the fact that I'm like, I want 3 Sharpedos. Is that a thing? Can I get those? What about 2 Vespiqueens and a bunch of, Night March dudes? Is that okay? Like, I mean, a sick rare for a bunch of commons and like 2 rares? I mean, I understand Vespiquen with her little graveyard abilities. Really cool. Fascinating. I love the deck. I would like to use one, but honestly, at this point, I only have one little Bumblebee. I do have 2 Vespiqueens, granted, but I only have one Bumblebee, so that sucks. And it's a common. Whatever. So the point of this deck here is, so I run in 3 of these Meowths right here. It sucks if you're going first. It's a useless card. But the cool part is most people in this game like to go first. Also, whenever I get the opportunity, I go second. Why not? Because of this potential. Stall. You can use this attack only if you go second, and only on your first turn. So, obviously you only want this on your first turn. So, otherwise I don't usually play it. Discard energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Amazing. Amazing opener. You don't even have to use any items or anything. If you don't have the items in your hand, you can dig for them and use your turn on that and still knock off their energy, putting them at a disadvantage. So here is Persian. This Persian in particular, I really love this Persian for this deck strategy. Okay, so it has Fake Out. That's pretty much the best move for this kind of deck, because it's supposed to be super stally, super restrictive, essentially deaths and taxes or land destruction. It's oppressive. I'm trying to do that because the EX Pokemon are so overpowered in comparison to what you start out with and what I have gotten through doing the trainer thing, and the trainer thing is so boring. It puts me to sleep, literally. Alright, so Fake Out. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. 30 damage. So pretty decent damage for 1 energy, and, it's not an EX, not anything crazy, but the ability to paralyze things has been so relevant from my experiences so far. Just overly relevant. Ambush, flip a coin, if heads, can do 30 more damage. 70 damage for, 2 colorless. Usually I end up throwing a double colorless energy on this guy, and he can just rock out. I just put these two of these guys in here with the 3 Meowths, just so that I have something to do with the Meowth afterwards, because I tried it without the Meowths, or without the Persians, and literally it didn't feel good, because I hated retreating it, I hated wasting the energies to retreat it, and then I hated that it didn't have much potential after that sitting on my bench. Alright, so like I said, this is a poor deck. I'm using what I got. So I got a Shuppet, I got 2 Shuppets, look at that, foil, ooh, look at all them eyeballs on that. Alright, so Shuppet is 1 Psychic Energy, discard a special energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So far, this card has not paid off, but I feel like in the long run, if I continue playing this deck, this card may hit that niche point where all they have is special energies on their Pokemon, and I just take those, double colorless, those, all those cool special energies off of their Pokemon for just 1. It's worth it at this point. Ghastly. So I got these 2 Ghastlies, and I'm running them both. Old school Ghastly. I didn't think I was going to rip anything from these packs. I really do not like the evolution packs, other than there's, I think, a Dragonite in there that I really want, obviously for this similar deck strategy, because I do really like the energy disruption deck strategy. It's just hilarious, because you can literally just cripple them and make sure they can't do anything, and you could just snowball and blow up their board, and they can't do anything about it. So this one has, the secondary is kind of, you don't even care. It's the Little Grudge. 1 Psychic Energy. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack, discard an energy attached to the attacking Pokemon. So, if you get a terrible hand, if you can't evolve into your Haunter or your Gengar, that super sucks, but also at least you can restrict their energy to help slow them down, potentially. There's plenty of Professor Sycamores and Ends and the other Professor dude that flips, and you can potentially draw 7 cards. It super sucks when they can stock back up on cards. I'm not going to lie, it super sucks. Sometimes it can shut you down, but even keeping them restricted on mana or on energy can really, really have a giant detriment on their gameplay, because they need to be able to charge up. Most of these X's take 3, 4, Wailord takes 5 energies to start one-shotting Pokemon. So until then, it's super relevant, at least from my experience so far in this game. I haven't been playing for that long. I just started up, maybe a week ago. And so there's that. Then we go to Haunter. This Haunter, I believe, I don't know where you get it. I obviously got it from some packs. Just playing through trainers, probably. So this Haunter has a really cool ability to help stall. When you play this Pokemon from your hand, to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may leave both active Pokemon confused. Super good for stall. Second, the ability, his attack isn't necessarily really relative. I never really killed anybody with it. It's pretty bad, but poison can do some damage. But mostly it's just being able to stall with that. It's really nice. All right, and then this Gengar. This Gengar is by far super sick. Ever since I got it, I have been trying to build around his kit. So, 1 Psychic Energy, Sinister Fog. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So, that's 10 damage for attacking and passing turn to the active Pokemon. And then say he has 5 Pokemon back there. That's 60 points damage for 1 energy. That's pretty strong. I mean, it took you kind of a lot to get there, but it's pretty strong. Sniping those benches can sometimes be super efficient. It's actually kind of the main point of this deck, is you straggle them on energies, on their active at least, so that they can't retreat it. So, those fairy decks with the stadium, that sucks. That super sucks for you. Mewtwo decks usually wreck this deck. But alright, so now it goes to Creepshow. Psychic and one colorless energy. If your opponent's active Pokemon has 3 or more damage counters on it, that Pokemon is knocked out. Amazing for when you hit their bench a bit and then they swap out, or if they use the escape rope because you've denied them that much energy from their active Pokemon that they are forced to swap out, and then you just swap out Gengar, you take a hit, and then you kill their Pokemon. Fascinating. Amazing. So, also, another good thing about him is he has no retreat cost. So you can literally bring him out, plow through a dude, and then swap back if you need to. It's amazing. Just a fascinating tech. So I got this guy just not too long ago, Mew. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's not the strong Mew. You know, he only has 50 life. He can get one shot pretty easily, but he does have the same ability. This Pokemon can use the attacks of any of your basic Pokemon in play. You still need the necessary energy to use the attack on the Mew, so you need those energies on the Mew. That's fine. That's really cool, because then you can use Shuppet from the bench if it's necessary, so that's utility. You could use Ghastly's ability. You could use Gengar's ability and just start one-shotting people. Amazing. Or even just his bench hit. Amazing. It's just so much potential there. Encounter. Search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. Wow, how do we get Ghastly? That helps. You know, that's amazing. Alright, I only have one of this guy. Look at him, all foil. So this guy, before the Mew, was by far the all-star of the deck. So, Hoopa, 130 life, massive body, huge. Alright, so he has Hyperspace Punch, which is this attack does 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon for 1 colorless energy. So that's sniping the bench, like two Pokemon on the bench, potentially, for 1 energy. Doesn't even matter which one, just 1. So that's really solid. I've really liked him. He helps bring down their benches, and sometimes, in some cases, I've knocked out double 2 EXs because they're just stuck there, and I just draw 4 prizes off of Hoopa. Amazing. The Portal Strike is pretty nice because it kind of, sometimes you can like one-shot a Mewtwo when they come out, and like they kill your Pokemon, then you can bring in the Portal Strike. Usually it's kind of hard to have reserves for him to get that high. I mean, usually I get him up to 2, and then when my Pokemon dies, then I swap him out, attach the last energy, and smash for 130, being 260, one-shot KOing. Super nice. And let alone the fact that, like, if there's just, you know, a little bit of life on one guy, and you know that their backline doesn't have any energies on it, you're pretty safe at that point, and you can just start sniping the bench. And, you know, snipe the bench, one shot, snipe the bench, one shot. It's really nice. I really like this card. Espeon X. So, this guy isn't really that good. He does work in tandem pretty well with Gengar, because Gengar just sits there and puts a bunch of damage on their bench. Same with Hoopa, puts some damage on the bench, and from there, you know, you hold him off on energies, and his Psyshock isn't too good. Does 70 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So that's kind of nice, I guess. I mean, I don't know really what that applies to. I know there's like a Pokemon where if you attack it, you take 30 damage, you know, so stuff like that isn't, you know, applied. That's cool. But mostly the Miraculous Shine for one colorless energy, devolve each of your opponent's evolved Pokemon and put the highest stage evolution card on it into your opponent's hand. So it's hilarious to sit there and have Gengar or Hoopa laying down damage, and they are force evolving constantly to try to stay alive, and then you get it to that point where they're about half dead, and then you swap to Espeon and Miraculous Shine, and all of a sudden 2 or 3 of their Pokemon just drop, and you're like, cool, prizes for nothing. You didn't do any damage. You just swapped and made them devolve, and now they have a bunch of dead cards in their hand. Hilarious. Verse Seeker. This card is pretty popular, at least from what I'm noticing right now. Pretty much every deck is running it. I'm assuming just to, you know, reiterate effects, obviously. Put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. Can't seem bad. We use this for the flares. If we notice that their active Pokemon is getting too many energies on them, and they're trying to just, you know, start one-shotting us, we use the Verse Seeker, grab that. Or, you know, it's not bad to grab an N or a even the Professor Sycamore to just restock your hand and potentially draw more hammers. I only currently have 1 enhanced hammer. My buddy gave it to me, pretty much. So I am so stoked that I even have one. Really useful for just, it's not a flip. It's just discard a special energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Almost every single deck runs special energy. If it's not double colorless, it's, you know, your type advantage special energy. Almost all decks run the special energy, so it's really really good. If I could, I would probably run 3 or 4, just because it becomes so relative. I don't even have to flip a coin, and it's instant destruction, and that's mostly what I'm looking for is consistent damage and destruction, because that would help. It helps a lot. Level Ball. Search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less. Reveal it, put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterward. So the reason why Level Ball isn't as good as like Ultra Ball is you can't get a direct card that you're looking for. So that kind of sucks. Like I can't go get my Gengar. That sucks. I can't go get my Espeon. That sucks. Or my Hoopa. Like those prime cards, I can't go get them. But I can go get Haunter. And that's mostly what it's for. I can go get a Persian to make my Meowth not so bad if I need to. And then shuffle your deck afterward. It's not too bad. I like it over Ultra Ball because then I don't have to lose resources, because in this deck I need pretty much everything I can get, and that's why I don't really use too many like Professor Sycamores or anything. Professor's Letter. So my idea with this card is literally you can substitute 4 energies for 4 Professor's Letters, because you get 2 energies for it. So it's essentially having, you know, in that slot where it would have been an energy, you get 2. It's just so much better. It's just really good. I run 4 of it. It's fascinating. Crushing Hammer. Crushing Hammer. So flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Solid. It sucks when you get tails after tails, you know, that super sucks. But when it hits, sometimes you can see it. It can cripple them. Okay, so I only have 1 Evo Soda. To me, it's better than Wally, but also not as good as Wally. Wally you can evolve on first turn, which can mean second turn Gengar, which could be really good. One sec, sorry. Very tired. Been working on my stream all night. Alright, so, search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon. Put it onto that Pokemon. This counts as evolving that Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterward. You can't use this card during your first turn or on a Pokemon that was put into play this turn. So it kind of sucks, but it is an item, so you can like literally use your Professor Sycamore, draw it, play it. You can play as many of these as you want. So I mean, I only have 1 though, so I'm only playing 1. Escape Rope. I am running 2 of this, because literally, if they do start taking off too much on their active Pokemon with, oh my good lord, I got something in my eyeball. Way to do the video up, right? Each player switches her active Pokemon with one of his or her bench Pokemon. So typically, since you're destroying a lot of their energies, sometimes they can sneak by and get a ton of energy on one Pokemon, which sucks, but then they send it out and start trying to KO your Pokemon. And then you escape rope it back to the bench. And, you know, sometimes you go against nothing but EX Pokemon where they have, like, you know, 2, 3, 4 retreat cost. Then you can start sniping the bench, because then they have no Pokemon and you're free to just attack their bench. It's amazing. Perfect for this deck. Shauna, shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 5 cards. So the reason why I'm running this is because you want all your Flare, Team Flare Grunt, because you just want to discard as many energies as possible. So Professor Sycamore isn't as good, in my opinion, as these shuffle back in effects. Yeah, sure, you don't draw as many cards. Kind of sucks. At the same point in time, being able to, you know, if you have the Enhanced Hammer, if it's not relative at that point, you can shuffle it back into your deck as opposed to getting rid of it forever. So you still have that ammo for later, which is nice. Wally. Obviously, Wally. I believe I'm only running 2 Wally, because I don't really have many evolutions. I literally have just the Persian and the Gengar and Haunter, and I don't really need much more after that. And then, you know, with all the shuffle and draw effects, you should be pretty good. Wally. Shuffle your deck. So I believe I'm running 4 Shauna. This one right here is hilarious. Judge. Each player shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck, draws 4 cards. So it's hilarious because usually I see these people with, like, you know, 8, 10 cards in hand. And so off of like first turn, you know, and it's just nuts. So what I really like about this card is it goes just similar to N. Hey, we're just gonna both draw cards. You know, that might be an advantage or disadvantage. Sometimes with just a little bit of energy destruction and judge, you can set up their hand to have like practically nothing in it compared to where it was, and then they are screwed if they don't have a restock. And if they do have a restock, there could have been something important in there, and forcing them to ditch those cards. It's hilarious. You know, yeah, sure, they have potential to draw that right back the next turn. Who cares? They can't use another supporter. They have the ditch. It's hilarious. Team Flare Grunt, running all three of these. It's nice. Discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. To me, this is nice only because literally you can just solidly get rid of one. It's not a coin flip, and it can be a basic. It's not a coin flip. It's consistency. That's what we're looking for here. Team Flare Grunt, amazing card. I was using the what is it called? The shield one, where you grab a trainer back from or a supporter back from your graveyard. So this was the idea behind it. But I've noticed more often than not that I go for the draw because I just run through my cards and then I have nothing left, and I'd rather draw because I can get more hammers, I can get more stuff. Who knows? I might get a Team Flare Grunt. But it's good. It's good to have these. Double colorless, 4 as per usual. Just, it's solid. A bunch of energies. Yep. No, 2 of these energies. Nice. Yeah. So that's the deck. It is really, it's fun. It's really hit and miss. Because, you know, Meowth is Meowth, and potentially it can be really bad. Especially more advanced players. They tend to not put their active Pokemon out and then start putting energies on it, especially when they see that Meowth. Probably because they've seen some sort of other similar strategy. But yeah, so that's the deck. I got it from a pack, but, you know. Alright. I don't know how to tell who's going first. I'm assuming he's going first, so I'm going to throw out the Meowth. We have a Persian, so we do have a follow-up. I feel like we should just straight up Wally this Ghastly up to Haunter so that we have that. And the next turn after we crack the Crushing Hammer, we can throw out Shauna, evolve our Persian, drop the double energy. Yeah, that seems like a solid open hand. I think I'm going first though, for whatever reason. I don't really know how to tell if I'm not paying attention. I also have, yeah, so I have this weird No Ivern deck. It's pretty weird. Pretty weird town. Yeah, rip all those energies. Just put them on that dude. Just do it. Just hilarious. This guy right here. It can be good. The only thing is it's garbage if you go first. So you just never want to go first, ever. In the chances. Yeah, even hit a special energy. Why not? Throw them on there. Like I said, for some reason they do it. You know, more advanced players, I noticed that they don't do it. They don't do it at all. They'll put it on their bench or, you know, because they will not be trying to charge up and get it blown off. 5 people up in here? Whoa there, partner. Moving up in the world. Ooh, and we got that Gengar in hand? Now, yeah. I mean, that's essentially, this is the most crazy hand that we've gotten. Put 2 damage counters on Mega Evolution Pokemon. Solid, because we're never going to have Mega Evolution Pokemon. So, no, we don't need to do that. We drop this on here. We Wally. Grab that Haunter. Sucks us not from our hand. It's good against those EXs on stalling out on them. But we're just going to use Stall. Boom Shakalaka. Next turn is going to be nuts. That's such a great hand. Whoa. What? Aww. Okay, well, we're going to restock anyhow. And this guy does have, like, also the Fake Out. I really like this Persian because of the Fake Out. Flip a coin if has the opponent's Pokemon is paralyzed. That can be so relevant sometimes. I've stalled out with that Articuno that puts him to sleep. And this one, and paralysis is way better. Way better than sleep. So, level ball, level ball. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're going to win this one, unless they can do something like really drastic. I've never seen this guy go off in any way. Put 3 damage counter. Okay. So it's not affected by weakness or resistances. Okay, that's... Okay. It's really basic. Wow, another Persian. Gengar up in this hood. Throw that hammer. Get it. Drop them cards back in. Rip them right back out. Oh. Oh. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Inconsistency out of garbage. Love it. Love it 100%. Start smacking around. Hopefully get it. There's that. Look at that. That's badass. So this potentially can kill him and we can win. Not exactly the hardest game, but I'll take it. Oh no! What is that, dude? Double the number of damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon? That's insane. That's pretty good. I could really use that in here. That's sick. With the whole bench sniping shit. Megaton Slash 100 deals 10 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Wow, that is really super synergy. I like that. That is... okay, now I'm seeing him go off. That's cool. As for energies, it seems like he's lacking, so that's pretty solid. It's where we want him to be. Search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon. Alright, so now he cannot one-shot him. Kind of want to just toss and like look for a hammer because it's all just recycling at this point, and try to go for paralysis. And oh wait, I can just kill him right here. Look at that. I didn't even see that. He's got 30 on him. Oh no, I can't. Oh no, I can't. Why did I do that? I'm high on drugs. Well, let's look for a hammer. Let's hope. Hammer. Smack it. Throw that down. Hit that bench, baby. Hit that bench. So it helps cut off their future plans as well. Just because you're knocking out their bench as it is, so that when they come out, if they're not prepared with energies, which you knock off their energies, so that they're unprepared. I don't know. It's a weird control deck essentially. I wish there was a way to get these items back though, because we've already gone through 2 hammers, our only enhanced hammer. Alright, so we can just kill that dude and make him come out. We might as well. I don't know what he's hiding under there, you know? Like, bleep, blop. And just poison him, I guess. I don't know what this guy turns into. I don't think there's anything too dangerous with something like that, but I don't know. It's kind of linear, obviously. Wonder how far that goes up. Another one of these. Choose whether the card is played. This player can't be asleep or paralyzed. This guy can't be poisoned, huh? Confused or poisoned, yeah. That's solid. That's solid. Cool. I guess I have no retreat cost. I retreat for this thing. I hit him for 30 and hopefully paralyze him. Seems good to me. And then it involves it. What does that do? As long as this Pokemon is in control of the attacks of your basic. Cost one more. Well, shucky darn. Attached to each of your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, well. Done and done. Alright, so let's put this here. Let's retreat to this here. Can we get a hammer? Nope. We'll just fake him out. Bam! Heads. Didn't see that paralysis coming, did ya? Sucker! What is this? Put 3 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon for 2 energies. Okay. Alright, alright. I'm seeing him go off. Alright, so what does this do again? Okay, so 70, that's a lot. Ooh, he's going for that KO. That mega KO. Alright, so I'm gonna swap him out, kill his dude. Go ahead, attack him. Attack him, I dare you. Attack him, I dare you. Dare you. Do it. Do it. Yeah, that's right. 30 to everything. Why not? Retreat. Creep show. Just like that. Weird. Ghetto. Land destruction. So worth it. So worth it. Those victories just feel so unbeatable because you can't do anything. You're just stuck there with no energies. You either flick off their bench or you're just, you know, one-shot KOing their Pokemon that they throw out. Pretty solid. Let's go with the heads. Oh, we got it. So we're going to go second. No, we don't want to go first. We'll let you go first. We'll let you hopefully fall for the Meowth. Here we are. Here we are with a Hoopa. Look at that foil, all those little eyeballs everywhere. So we got Hyperspace Punch. This attack does 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. Sweet. Perfect for sniping bench when they have a big mega thing that has 3 retreat cost, and you just keep flicking off their energies, and you just keep hitting that bench. Just keep hitting the bench. That's literally, it's just shoot the bench. And we got 2 flicks. That's nice. and this is made out of a lot of one-ofs. Like, this is only a one-off. I wish I had more of it. For 1 energy, that is super efficient. The retreat cost is a little bit high, but, I mean, it's not as good as Gengar, but, you know. And plus, it can potentially one-shot a couple Pokemon. I mean, it's pretty solid. Search your deck for energies. So, I've noticed that fire and water decks are really kind of cruddy in this situation, because I'm like, cool, hit it. Why did I do that? What a waste. Stupid. Either way, it's just, this deck falls apart against this. Especially that Articuno in particular. They scoop all that mana to their hand, unless you can draw, like I threw in a couple of the trainers, like N and the other one that were both the players, shuffle their hands in their deck and draw 4. Like, a first turn play of, like, playing out all your stuff and then just going, yeah, let's just shuffle as they're like, you know, draw a bunch of cards. You're like, alright, cool. Sounds great. So, no Gyarados this turn. If there isn't a Gyarados, I feel like I should get Hoopa out here and start knocking off them Magikarps. So that way we don't even have to deal with Gyarados at all. We just kill him 2 hits. Yeah, this one right here. Look at all those cards that you got. No, you don't get any of those. Hits it. Hits it. Alright, so we are going to retreat. Go here. What? Sounds legit. Okay, so now we're gonna drop that, drop all those cards that you just got. You don't need them. Who needs that? So now I'm probably gonna rip him into Gyarados, though. So that's kind of cruddy. We didn't get anything really in particularly good. If anything, it hurts. It hurts. But potentially we can hit that Magikarp, start laying some damage down. Go grab your energies. Just do it. Hurry up. No Gyarados. No Gyarados, though, so we got 1 prize already. That's solid. His draws are going to be a little bit better now. I probably should have done it myself. Might as well throw this guy down here. Yeah, let's try to get some energies out. Try to get some better draws. I probably should have done it last turn. Potentially, though, this could prevail to be very bad for him. Look at that Mew. Mew is super nice. Get me another hoop up in here, you know. Or, you know, use Shuppet's ability. Super nice. Or I can start searching and slowly get my Gengar out. Because it looks like he's going for the 4 cost right now. It looks like this is his only option, his only out. He's taking it. You know, with that many draws though, like I could be mistaken. Alright, so let's go with the Ghastly. Throw Ghastly down. Yeah, no, we just win. Whatever. Bam! Eat it! Drew the Gengar. That was going to be solid. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my deck popping off. It is janky. It is off the wall. It is weird. But it's what I have, and it's what I'm working with. And honestly, if you have cards that you could potentially use to build something similar, or, you know, if you could toss me some cards, that'd be tight too. If you liked the deck, if you liked watching it perform, because that's the best it's performed. It was phenomenal. That was great. It was fun. Puts people on tilt. I've literally had games where, like, they play their Pokemon, they put their energy on, and I flip the coin of the hammer, and then they surrender. And I'm like, all right, I'll take that, you know. it tilts people. It makes it super obnoxious to play against when you're just constantly at their energy. I've never seen a deck that does that, but yeah, I don't know. If you liked it, give the video a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. If you got advice, if you think things are better, let me know. Because honestly, I'm brand new. Every card is either amazing or garbage to me at this point, and there's a lot of amazing cards to me right now. Just experimenting, delving in. Well, thanks for tuning in, and stay safe. Have a good one, and see you later, ladies and gentle giants. Bye.